Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Still Rise and Shine, and we're beaming live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Of course, it's still the midweek edition, and we are here to talk Nigeria, talk a lot of things happening in our country. The holidays are already coming in on us, and you know that several plans are being made across the world, and Nigeria is not left out in its plan for tourism, for entertainment. This morning we'll be going all the way to Cross River State, where we have joining us this morning Odu Grace Ann, who is the Commissioner, Cross River State Carnival Commission, joining us this morning to bring us more light on the issues as they abound with regards to the carnival preparations for December 2023. Good morning, Grace Ann. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, good morning. It's good to be here as well.
Good to have you here. I'd like to ask how your journey to the station was, all the way from Calabar to Akwa Ibom that does not have road.
Yeah.
Then you came to our community where we do not have road. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling very well. I'm doing well. It was a very busy and adventurous journey, but it was worth it.
It was worth it.
Thank you. Yeah.
I like the adventurous part.
Yeah, adventure.
Well, you definitely have a lot to go back and tell
yes,
the
we
Cross
do.
River
I
State
do.
people.
I do. Yeah, I do.
All right, so let's talk about the carnival. I mean, Cross River is known for the Calabar Carnival that comes up virtually every December, except for the COVID-19 period that we didn't have it. How has it been coming back after the COVID-19? Let's start from that.
Yeah, coming back after the COVID-19, last year we were able to, we had a show. We came out with a good show. Yeah, a very good show. But this particular one that we're working on right now, this carnival that we're already on right now, it's like a break from the norm, right? Because we have our governor, Senator Prince Bastille too, is very passionate about this particular carnival. He's like, he's coming in because it is back. Calabar is back. It's his passion, it's his fire. We're bringing all the zeal. Because at the Aquaba event that was held at Echo Hotel, first week of September, he opened the show, and then we were given a title called Season of Sweetness. So it's a season of sweetness all the way. It's different because this is Sweet Prince. Our governor is called Sweet Prince, and then it's a season of sweetness. So the carnival is sweet. The carnival is like, this particular one is different. Let me quickly go into the first dry run we had last month.
Okay.
From the first dry run we had, you can tell that COVID-19 had nothing on us. Yeah, that happened, and we're over it, and we are onto a new path. That's like a whole different thing altogether right now.
So, well, when you say dry runs, just so that everyone can catch up, what does a dry run for the carnival entail?
All right, like our first dry run is actually like a rehearsal, a preparation to the main carnival, just to give you a feel, yeah, of what we are offering, of what we're bringing on board for the first for the main carnival itself.
Okay.
So this first round we had was just the first one. We have three that come side by side. The first one, the second one, and then the third one. So the first round was good. The next one is on Sunday, which I'm also inviting you. I hope you'll be there on Sunday for the second dry run.
We'll try our best.
So you can start getting the fever of what to expect.
Yeah. Okay, then something else I know that it's called 32 days. 32 days of, fun and all of that. Why 32? That's an entire month dedicated to just tourism, entertainment, and all.
Yeah.
32 days, isn't that too long? What's the vision behind that?
You have a whole 365 days in a year to do all the stress, work, all that. So, and we think it's just right for you to give yourself a month of chills. Just chills, no stress, nothing. Just let go and just relax. Economic
reality is one big thing that will now throw in there. The economy has been like at its worst this 2023. A lot of people have been grappling to survive. How do you think that people will be able to cater for themselves with regards to finances to have 32 days of fun?
Yeah, in as much as we've had a lot of drama throughout this year, a lot of financial instabilities here and there, there's a reason why. This is even the reason why you should make our time to come out and let go. All you've gone through, all the stress, all the hustle and bustle of the year, comes down to just the same thing: relax and unwind. So having to have a financial constraint, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of rebates, there's a lot of flexibility, there's a lot of partnership we have with different organizations that makes it a lot easier to accommodate our travelers coming in for this event. Every tourist has a package. We have several packages that have been available for the hotels. We have some flights that we're in partnership with and all that. So for people that are willing to come into Calabar for the event, we know that those that are in Nigeria might have issues with the dollar rate and all that, but it's going to subsidize real soon. And then in Cross River, we already have a lot of plans already in place to take care of people that want discounts, make it comfortable and easier for you.
Okay, so let's talk about the different packages, because when one is thinking about traveling to Cross River State for 32 days, the first thing is a hotel accommodation. How much is that going to amount to? Then you're talking about food. You're talking about logistics, moving from the hotel room to the event venue and heading back. So what are the different, just throw light on some of the packages that you have for the average Nigerian and people outside the country who are coming in?
Okay, I can run through all the lists available right now, but for whichever plan you have, whichever budget you have, we have a plan to work with that. Whatever budget you have, because there are different plans. You have the plan A, plan B, and plan C. I can't run through all the details right here, but know that whatever budget it is that you have willing to play around with for the carnival, we have a package for you.
Okay, so now another reason people come to Calabar for the carnival is to have fun, and you've mentioned this is 32 days of fun. And for me as an individual, and most Nigerians share that sentiment, when they want to come for the carnival, there are certain highlights they want to see. There are certain reasons why they're coming. So let us take a sneak peek into some of the performing artists who will be gracing the stage this time around.
All right. Okay, for starters, the Carnival Calabar, initially we didn't have the children's carnival. It was out of it. We didn't have the king and queen competition. It was out of it. We didn't have the essay competitions. It was out of it. But now we didn't have the boat regalia. All these are back in. And then the carnival now runs, the carnival proper runs through from the 26th to the 29th. That is, on the 26th, we have the cultural carnival. On the 27th, we have the children's carnival. On the 28th, we have the main major street party that you already know about. And then on the 29th, we have the bikers carnival. Now, at the night of most of these events, we have the Queen of Humanity pageant. Then for the celebrities that are coming in, we have a whole lot. Starting from the beginning of the event, that's like on the 4th, after the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. This is for the 32 days festival period. We already have people like Portable. You know Portable, right? He's starting that. It is crazy then. And then we have, I don't want to call names, right? Well, I think I should give you some suspense with that.
Right.
Yeah, I should give you some suspense with that, because you're going to see it all loud, pretty on social media and all the platforms, all the artists we have online. But for the major carnival events, you understand, we have like 8 countries that are already partnered with us, and they're already coming in to play the bands. Then we have 7 active bands that are going to be like playing the carnival throughout that period. Now, these 7 active bands we have are Diamond Band, Bayside Band, Calavegas Band, Passion 4, Seagull. This one they have a brain slug right now. We have Passion 4, we have Seagull, Bayside, Calavegas, Passion 4, Seagull, Master Blaster. Right, and Diamond. These are the 7 bands we have that are actually competing for the carnival. Other than that, we have other people that play the band that are not competing. And then for the international carnival, they're going to be on the streets along with us. So it's going to be more colorful. All the Brazilian people and every other people that are coming to play carnival, they're going to be on the street with us. They're not going to be at the stadium like we usually do it. They're going to be on the street.
So there seems to be plans to upgrade, you know, how these particular years carnival is going to be. It has seen successive governments, started all the way from when former Governor Donald Duke was in power, and then it saw, you know, the immediate past governor now, you know, and then his administration was bounced because of COVID-19. But let us review some of the issues that happened at last year's carnival. There was an accident that, you know, was really serious, and some, you know, issues around the bike carnival and all of that. What are the security plans for this particular year, especially because with your projection, it looks like we're expecting way more. Last year looks like the number dropped, but it was still about 2 million on the street. But this year, with all of the preparation put in, we're going to be expecting more people. What is the security architecture expected at the carnival?
All right. You know, when things go wrong a little bit, it makes you to go an extra edge in security and making sure that that doesn't happen. So we have a lot of precautions that have been put in place as regards that. For instance, in the most local standard of security that we can get, let me start from that. There has been barricades now. So no matter how much you feel you can get access to some certain areas, you just can't. Because barricades are on every street. There are about 136 routes that guards around the whole 12 kilometers. And all that 136 would now have barricades and marshals on each spot, on every street that links into the 12-kilometer road, right? That's the first local standard of security, that you know that these are physical people on ground, manpower, to prevent any kind of intrusion. And that's for the secondly, we also have like all the service commanders in Cross River State are working with the Carnival Commission right now. All the service commanders in all military, in all areas of the security sectors, right? They're all involved in the carnival. Even at the dry run that we just had last month, they were already there. You could see that security was really tight. It was well protected, and all. And then you don't see, right now, I can tell you, Cross River is very, very safe and very secure. We don't have any issues of kidnapping anymore. Like for now, I can say in the whole of Nigeria, Cross River is like the best. The governor has emphasized and puts up some serious policies whereby we don't have any issues of kidnapping anymore in Cross River State, right? So that is that we're being very safe. Then we're also trying to have some policies whereby we're still working on that. It's not going to be finalized before the main carnival. Maybe we can have some security cameras and then along the streets, CCTV and all that, to catch all activities and anywhere anything could go wrong. So we already have that. We have surveillance team doing that. And then, yeah. So for the security part, we are very good to go on that aspect.
Okay, so another question that comes to mind is Cross River State, Calabar, used to be known as a very historic, clean city. But in the last couple of years, Cross River has lost that glory. Last year, we spent a lot of time talking about dirt on the streets of Cross River, and it lost that, savor that made it what do we call it now? A place for a tourism destination. Thank you very much. So far, so good. It's been just 5 months since Prince Bassir II came in as governor. What are the differences? Because, I mean, if people are flying in from all over the world, there must be more to look out for than just the party that is being set up.
Okay. Now that's the part I'm excited about personally, because we have been just 5 months, like you said, but we've achieved so much. My governor, Senator Bassir too, has achieved a lot in cleanliness. It's so serious that right now, as we speak, the infamous White Market Road, where there's a lot of traffic and people that are still on the roadside, the road has not only been done, the drainage has been fixed, the road is cleared, and people that could sell there are no longer able to stay there, because there's a lot of policies that have been put in place as well. Now for cleanliness, I can tell you that we have covered over 96% of every refuse dump that was in the state. All the places where we had them bin that were stuck and then it was making it look so dirty and unclean, right now has been cleared. We also have a policy right now that I can even show you the press briefing, the press release on that, to tell you how serious we are in curbing cleanliness back. You can only dispose refuse from a particular time, from 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. So people don't go there and then drop it on the road. They put it right where it's supposed to be. And then by that 10 p.m., the people come in, Koda comes in, and then they take everything out. So by morning, you don't see anything on the road. This is what's happening right now. I can tell you not what we're going to do, what we're already doing right now. So Calabar is clean and it's green. And let me add something to that, Calabar is not just green, like the plant green. Calabar is green. Calabar is nutritious. Calabar is like Cross River General. It is just to your body, to your mind, like to your soul. You can function well because it's green. So we are clean. In your heart, we're clean.
In your heart, we're clean.
Cross River is just peaceful like that.
Wow. Of course, this morning we are speaking to the commissioner for Calabar Carnival Commission. Of course, her name is Grace Ann Odu Grace Ann, however you please to put it this morning. We are talking about the coming carnival in Cross River State, which will start from the 1st of December. We're counting 32 days of absolute fun. A lot of work has already been going in, and if you're just joining us, you would catch up on our social media platforms. If you have questions, our phone lines will be opened up just so that you can ask your questions this morning, and let's know how the whole country can plan plan? We know that the Calabar Carnival is one of those tourism activities that peaks in the country, you know, at the end of the year. But one of the concerns that we have recently heard and gathered, you know, from Nigerians with regards to the Calabar Carnival, it's the introduction of the Children Carnival, especially because knowing that Nigeria is a highly religious country. The carnival is berated for being very immoral in terms of outfits and how people appear, and introducing children into that mix worries, you know, a lot of people. What's the plan to make sure that, you know, children are not infiltrated by, you know, anomalies in the society?
Okay. And you're very correct, because the first reason why this children's carnival was scrapped out in the first place was basically because of this issue of immorality.
Yeah.
Like the music they were playing and they had to dance to were not so clean. They were a little bit not so nice. That was why the governor couldn't take it anymore. Like, let's stop that for now. But right now we have all these things input in Constitution. So the way we work now, the First Lady of the State, Reverend Eyowan Kasutu, she has this passion for children, for making sure that what we're doing, we do it right. So we have set up a particular kind of music system whereby those people that are going to be performing and playing in this carnival, all the music we're going to play into the children's carnival has been treated. That is already done. It's not what we're going to do. You understand? We have to select the kind of music that they're going to run throughout the children's carnival day. And we also have the essay competition. We also have the essay competition whereby we're working with the children's intellect and how they are able to organize this whole thing together to promote educational intellect and poise generally.
Okay.
Right, so that's answers the questions, right?
Okay. Definitely answers, but there are other concerns that I would like to raise this morning. You know, when you're gathering children, a whole lot of issues come into play. It's very easy for you to protect adults who can also look out for themselves. So
exactly.
Let's come to security and welfare of the children. What plans have been put in place? And when you're talking about children, are these children just about children from Nigeria, or will we also be having children from other countries who are participating in this carnival?
Yeah, we actually have children from all over the world. If you want to be in the children's carnival, you make yourself available, you do the process, go to the registration, inform, get information out that you want to be part of this children's carnival. And of course, you can run the carnival, you can play carnival. And that aside, talking about the security to put children in place. We have right now over 142 persons that are already employed for that purpose, for the whole carnival. They're children's marshals, that's what we call them. So they're in charge, they're chaperones to take care of the kids throughout that whole 12-kilometer walkway. They are protected, they are guarded. So it's not, we're not taking any chances in this particular situation. So children's carnival is well protected, well detailed. That's the word. We're well detailed about it because the First Lady is the one handling it by herself. Okay. She's passionate about it. She's the one that brought it back. Okay. Do you understand? So it's fully for the total security. Her heart is in it.
So we're sure of safety. We're also sure of the moral, you know, sanity of the children after that. Okay, so I will still go back to the immorality conversation. Is there no way, Commissioner Ma, that we can stem down on the, you know, appearances of evil, like most Nigerians would say? Because it bothers a lot of Nigerians also to even watch the carnival. You know, you see a lot of ladies dressed in barest minimum. Like you rightly said now, you know, the governor's wife is a reverend. And when you have someone that moral, they have things, you know, that guards. Is there any way that is there a way that can be infiltrated and shaded, or it's just going to be carnival as usual?
Yeah, first off, to talk about that part, you know, the carnival situation, carnival on its own is not so decent. Do you understand? Carnival on its own, as we know it, is not so decent. However, because we're in Africa, do you understand? For the carnival that we've been having in Calabar, you know that we do it African way. There's a form of decency that is brought into. We don't have nude girls. We don't have them in pants and bra walking on the street, right? We cover. Yeah, we cover. There's the presence of God in what we do. In our carnival, we have the presence of God with us. I can tell you that we have the presence of God in our carnival, in Calabar. God is actually there. So we can't just go all out and bait all out. We respect your privacy. We respect viewer discretion. So we have flashy costumes. We have made them to be moderate enough to accept and to balance the entire way.
Okay. So let's
Playing
talk
Carnival.
funding and partnership. That is the serious part of all of this. And if people are traveling and coming, and you're talking about, you know, having discounts, what is the affiliation of the state governments with, you know, donor agencies and all of that? What's the work around partnership for the Carnival in 2023?
All right. Presently, just a couple of days back, we had a meeting in Lagos, the breakfast meeting with the governor himself, telling how passionate our governor is with this carnival.
You had a breakfast meeting with the Cross River State Governor in Lagos.
Yes.
What happened with having the
We
meeting
had
in Cross
one
River?
2 weeks ago, breakfast meeting still, for the private stakeholder sectors in Cross River State. That went well. And the turnout was really good, it was mind-blowing. All the private sectors in Cross River State, they came in. They came for the event, with the governor as well.
Okay.
He came there, he discussed with them, and see how they can partner with us for the carnival, and it went well. And the turnout was good. Now that was that. Then secondly, we now said that okay, that went real good. We then had another one in Lagos, which is where we just finished 2 days back on there about the front, and then I'm coming for this interview. So that went extremely well. I can't even explain how that went. So we have so many sponsors that are already coming on board. Yeah, some persons that have not been around due to the COVID-19 experience, they all been writing to come back. They're already back in. They're already working with us. I can't even give you the whole list, but we have a lot of sponsors, and we are still welcoming. We are open. We are available to welcome more. Carnival entails every area of life. There's no one particular place that's just carnival. Carnival goes all the way in every sector, in any aspect. So we are welcome. We are open to partnership, sponsorship to come in.
Okay, now another issue we'd like to ask this morning, as far as Calabar Carnival is concerned, there is this myth that have been circulating. I would like for you to clarify that. A lot of persons believe that the Calabar Carnival is more or less like a ground for young women particularly to get possessed. And there have been talks about the Calabar government always sacrificing before the carnival. So we'd like to clarify, is this by any way true?
That's absolutely not true, first of all. Then to go further, Cross River State is God's state now. We had a roundabout, take for example, there was this popular roundabout, the 1111 Millennium Park roundabout. People are saying all these things that you hear them saying. But right now we have a Bible, a physical Bible built on that roundabout.
That was done in this current administration.
Yes. Our First Lady, Reverend Mrs. Yowan Basio too, just removed whatever thing that was on that roundabout that caused this speculation of what you just said. And then we have a physical Bible, the Word of God is made alive in Cross River State right now. So whatever previous information you had about any kind of power, we don't know about that, and we are not doing that. We are for God and God alone.
So are you trying to say that this "We Are For God" is now in this current Prince Basio II administration?
Yes.
And let's forget about what might have been in previous administration.
Yeah, whatever you've heard before, it's all past. This is a Jesus administration. I can tell you that 100%.
So this current carnival is going to be done the Jesus way.
Yeah, it's
so we are
Jesus friendly.
expecting it. And you know, like Nigerians are, like I said earlier, Nigerians are very religious. So when we hear that the Calabar Carnival in 2023 is going to be done in Jesus way, it also means that we are expecting lots and lots of tweaks. And
also, please note, when I say Jesus way, it doesn't mean that only Christians can come.
Exactly.
No, please, that doesn't mean only Christians can come. I'm just trying to. That part is talked about the fetish and all that.
Yeah.
We're not there. Do you understand? Calabar Carnival is open to every kind of culture, every kind of religion, every kind of. But for the Nigerian factor, where you talked about that they're going the other way than this way, we are very much God friendly. God is all we worship and what we're about. But we are also open to Muslims, to Buddhists, to whatever tribe they are in, anywhere in the world.
It's entertainment and fun.
Yes, just come and have fun.
Given to be done at the carnival. So just elaborate on that. What's that going to be like? Is it when you're going to gather gospel musicians? What exactly is that?
Yeah, we actually have a date for that right on the calendar of 22 days. Right, we have not just the days we have just the gospel performing artists. We have so many other events. We have the Thanksgiving, of course, and then we have the bigger. In fact, the beginning of the event, we have a great Thanksgiving session. We have the choir procession session where they're going to sing the Voices of the Paradise. We have that also coming up. Then on the 30th, we're starting it with the Thanksgiving and the prayers and all that, walking in through the choir section. And then on the 30th, which is after the whole event, we have a grand, major Thanksgiving.
one of the big questions now on the minds of people, because you've been cooking the carnival in our minds all, since about 8 a.m.
envision.
Yes, you've been cooking it in our minds. So one of the big questions now that will be on the minds of most Nigerians: where can we watch the carnival if we are not, coming, if we're not able to travel? Is Spectrum Television one of your viewing points for the carnival come December 2023?
Yeah, we have Spectrum TV. We have a multi-choice. Multi-choice is covering it live. You know how big multi-choice is, DSTV and Go TV, right? Multi-choice is covering it live. Then Spectrum Television, which is like the biggest TV in the whole of South, they're also covering the event live. And then that's on free to air and on Star Times as well.
Yeah.
Right. So these are the major places that we know you can watch it live for now.
Okay, now let's come back to one of the major issues that oftentimes characterize events. For every event, there's supposed to be some hike in employment, and you've already ruled out the number of some persons, like over 100 plus employed just to take care of the children. So, what are the employment indices for Calabar Carnival 2023 like?
Yeah, for the commission, we have broad, like the people we employ, it's a lot. We bring in a lot of employment throughout that particular period. Then some of them even stay. We still have those staff that remain with us throughout every year, and those are like our permanent staff. We've had a lot. I can't give you the figures right now, but you know from just the marshals alone that we already have close to 200. So you can imagine how much employment we're bringing in as a carnival, as the carnival commission into the state. Now that's one. Then you see this sponsors that come in. Sponsors that come in, they also get to employ the youths of the Cross River into different sectors with which they need manpower to work with. They come in, they get the employment done for those people that are available within the state for now. People that are coming from abroad, from Lagos, other places to work in the state. Yeah, they might have one or two things, an idea that they bring in. For example, costumes production. When you look at costume production, to produce the costumes, every costume we use for the carnival is produced in the state. Every costume that we use in the carnival is produced in the state for the state.
That's a lot of income.
Yeah, so that's a lot of income that comes in for youths that can be creative. You create something nice and then you take it to the band and then they like it, and then the band also bring their own creativity and then they create everything we wear. All you see around is produced in Cross River State. Now, that's that.
Okay, so one thing we can hear from that is the fact that the IGR of the state usually peaks in December.
Oh, by January, when every other state is saying, oh, January, we're broke, Cross River State is like the wealthiest state. Like, oh, you can have your parties, you can do whatever you want to do. January in Cross River State is like, oh, that's our best part of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so that will now bring us to when you make out all of this money. Okay, the question that came to my mind is, when it being an improvement with hoteling to cater for the number of persons expected.
You see why I get so passionate when I'm talking about our governor's will and drive and fire for this carnival. Just last month, our governor had to make a financial commitment to all the hotels in Cross River State. Selected actually not all major top hotels to support them financially with a sum of 10 million each to boost their hotel to meet up to the standard of the people that were expecting it for the Carnival Calabar. Who does that? Only Sweet Prince.
Only Sweet Prince.
Yeah, okay. So we're ready.
Well, boosting the hotel is definitely something that will help the private sector. But let's talk about another issue. I know we've talked about, securities. Now, let's talk about security on the part of the hotel. Because another thing that is oftentimes also witnessed during this, carnival period is people get robbed. While going back to their hotels, things happen in the hotel room. So what modalities in terms of security will we also be looking at to ensure that people who get into these hotels, by no chance get involved in any activity that will, dent the image that has been created so far about this present administration?
All right. So those people that are going to mob, take the phones and all that are working for us. So when you have, that's the easiest way. The people that are going to need the phone, to steal the phone, to have some money, they already have jobs with us. You have different part of securities. Do you understand? When you have the people on the street working with you in the sector, we have a PACO, so they're called, and different sectors, they work together with the police. We don't have crime issues in Cross River anymore because these same youths have been empowered. So when they are empowered, this is how my governor is approaching, some ways he can approaching the security issues. We don't just get them out of there, or don't stay there anymore, and then go home. We replace it with something for them to do. So they're not idle. They're not on the streets to rob and take your phones anymore. They will work with you. They work for you. If anybody tries to come into you for that, that is not part of them. Of course, they're like, this is what I used to do and I stopped it. Why would you do that? They will hold the person down. And it just doesn't happen. You just don't hear it anymore.
That's a lot of development that is happening in Cross River State in just 5 months.
Yeah, we use sweetness to counter every other thing. We're just sweet. So when the sweet, it just happens. I mean,
that's a serious case. At this point, it just takes my mind back to the election season. It looks like Cross Riverans got what they ordered is what they actually did receive.
First, all the way.
Okay. So just before we let you go, because we're running out of time, Nigerians, Africans, the world over want to hear a take-home message. I'm coming to Cross River State. I just want to relax. I just want to have fun. And like you rightly put it, 30 days plus of sweetness. What message will you leave for those persons who might still be thinking, oh, maybe she's just sweet talking. Maybe she's just trying to paint the right image. After all, she's the commissioner for the carnival, and her duty is to sell the brand. Just a word to convince us that, I mean, it's not just about the sweet talking. This is actually going to happen.
I think before I even answer that, one of the issues that we do not cover is the issue of hospitality with regards to food. For people, I mean, the Aqua Cross region, we're known for food. What is the plan for the array of food people can be expecting?
Okay. Now, like I said, when I say Cross River is sweet, I mean it in every aspect. You already know about the food. You already know about all we do. Like, we're lovely. We're just sweethearts, you get. So I'm not trying to like hype the state. We already have we already know about that. We already have that going for us. It's easier because Cross River people are very welcoming. They are hospitable. They love to love, right? So coming to our state for the carnival is not a hype thing. You can see from the dry run that we had, just the first dry run last month. People already went viral. People like, oh, Calabar is back. Calabar is great. You understand? There's already this thing. People are already anticipating for the final carnival. They're only looking forward to the main carnival. That, well, if this is how the dry one is going to be, what about this one? So for food, we have the varieties of food. We can create carnival. Let me help you understand how it is in Cross River. That your food that you think you have in any culture, you can create it in Calabar. Yeah, our diversity is very open and broad, right? You can create whatever meal. We have our own best meal, like the eggplant and all that. It's a lot. I can't even go on the list. And then we also go continental. We have Chinese restaurant and all that. People that are coming from international places. But however, whatever you desire to have, you can create it. You can have it in Cross River State. We are open to any way you want to have your comfort. However fun, because the carnival is a place where you just come to be you. You forget about whatever you know before, whatever. You just be you. However you want to be. If you want to be a queen for 1 week, if you want to be a queen and walk on the street with your crown and get your followers, only in Calabar you can do that for 1 whole month. Nobody is stopping you. Nobody is holding you down. You can do whatever you want to be. Okay. It's self-exploration. Yeah, self-expression. That's what you can do throughout the 2 days.
Okay, so what are your final words as the commissioner for the carnival? I know it's been a lot of work for you. What, as a person, what is your end goal and end vision for the carnival? At the end of the day, when all of this is said and done, what would you want to have at the back of your own mind?
Yeah, for the carnival Calabar, we've come a long way so far. So as the commissioner, I can say our major goal is Calabar is back. That's where we are right now. It's a season of sweetness. We're trying to create an atmosphere whereby you can have it in your mind. Wake up in the morning, Calabar is going to be like a meal, a dose that you keep on carrying the memory throughout the year. It's not just one season. We want to have an impact so good, like this December, by the time we're going through the year, through the next year, you're going to keep on anticipating, wow, the next one. It's going to live in us. All right. Yeah, the sweetness is going to live in us. That's why I asked the questions earlier.
Yes, definitely. We look forward to having that sweetness.
Okay.
Definitely. So are we invited to this carnival? I would like to get my invitation on air so that we know that the commissioner invited us.
You are invited. Like, I will personally host you.
We got the word from the commissioner. Right. So we'd just like to reiterate, just before we leave again, viewing channels for those that will be viewing from all around Africa and all around Nigeria that might not be able to make it out there. So let's just know again, where can we watch out for Calabar Carnival 2023?
Yeah, like I said earlier, we're going to be streaming live on MultiChoice and then SpectrumTv is like our national is here. It's South, and it's really big in South. They're going to be there live, and that's on Star Times and free to air. Yeah, for now, this is what we are sure we're working with.
Okay.
But by the time we go closer to the carnival, more will definitely come on board. And then we are also live on social media handles and every other places like that.
Please, I'd like to get those social media handles. That's where I was going to.
Oh,
so
okay.
where are those handles?
Yeah.
Is there a designated, social media platform?
Right now, our one name for all is Carnival Calabar CRS. On Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. That's the name we have.
Okay.
Carnival Calabar CRS.
Okay.
Right.
Carnival Calabar CRS across all social media platforms.
Instagram,
Thank you so much, Commissioner Odu and Grace and Odu, for coming on the show this morning. We've been talking with a very delectable young woman from Cross River State, who is one of the biggest minds crafting the upcoming Calabar Carnival 2023. And if you have missed out on the conversation, do follow us on social media. Get to our YouTube. You will get a scoop of all that is